All right, the next is going to be an individual talk. An individual talk is going to be conveyed by Armenak Bdoian, who's the head of product at list.am. And the topic is 5 Amazon practices for scaling a startup in Armenia. Let's welcome Armenak on the stage. Armenak, the stage is yours.
Hello, can you hear me? Yes. Okay. Hi everyone, thanks for having me here. My name is Armenak and I'm here to share some of the first-hand experiences at Amazon and how we solved problems of scaling a new product at Amazon. And I wanted to start with a quick intro. I joined Amazon as an intern about 10 years ago out of business school, and this was so quick and fast, I can't imagine how the time flew. And I had multiple roles at Amazon, but what stood out the most for me there is those lifelong memories. As you can see on this picture, this is my team at Gift Cards who welcomed me by wrapping my desk after I returned from vacation. What stood out for me at Amazon was the so many industries we were in and we scaled in. It's amazing how you can be successful in, I don't know, like cloud, retail, subscriptions, everywhere. And when I joined List, we are on the same mission of being everywhere for Armenia's economy and going to every industry we have here, any product and service you can imagine. And so I wanted to talk about the scaling in those different directions today and share some of the things that resonated with me. For today, those are the things that I kind of distilled down when I was thinking like what made those products scale on the ground. What is the practical things that you can do to scale your products? And I will be talking about those 5 practices you see on the screen. And just to go one by one, this is working back from customer needs, leading with data, crossing the product tipping point, scaling the team, and making two-way door decisions. Those are the things that kind of were in the room every day at work. Those are the things that are like behind the curtain. And I wanted to open this up a little bit for you. All right, for every practice, I will start by mentioning problems and how we solve those problems. When I want, like talking about the customers, and everyone knows how important it is to be with customer and to be customer obsessed. At Amazon, it is just like the core of the Amazon business is customer obsession and working back from customer needs. But how we can actually do that? The problems that you see in everyday life is when you are building a product and you have a growing backlog of feature requests, you have misleading metrics, or you have teams shipping outputs, not outcomes. Just clap if any of these problems resonate with you. Well, at least they resonate with this customer you see on the screen. She's unhappy with the startupper looking at the roadmap, not her. All right, let's see how we actually address these problems at Amazon. It's the PRFAQ principle. If you even Google search, you will see PRFAQ is the way Amazon approaches building and scaling a product. It really means that even way before you have a new product out for customer, you write up your press releases. What is the problem you are solving for the customer? What is your value proposition? And you imagine that day when you go to the customer with your product, and then you answer customer FAQs. It is how to use that product, what it means, why is it important for you. So this exercise is done as a write-up, and imagine we were at Amazon working together. This meeting would not be a presentation. At Amazon, if we were like in the room together, we would start this by just silent reading for 30 minutes before we would even discuss anything. So the PRFAQ is the document we would read silently, we would comment on, and then we would discuss what it means. So this is the unbiased way to be customer obsessed and to work back from customer needs before even discussing anything. So when we write up the PRFAQ, we would add business FAQs to it, which would not be for customer, it would be for us to understand how we will build this product internally. So business FAQs will be something that the team will write to make it clear how to build that product. And so now we can turn on the video. This is the Amazon Buy with Prime example. It's a button that merchants can install on their websites and allow Prime customers to shop with fast free delivery on websites outside of Amazon. And as you can see here, the Buy with Prime release is exactly the PRFAQ principle. It says, hey, this is our product, this solves the problem that customers were looking for in the press release, and then it is followed by customer FAQs. We'll see that shortly. Okay, so these are the FAQs. What is Buy with Prime? What do others have to say about it? You can see customer quotes about what they experienced about Buy with Prime. What you cannot see on this PR FAQ is the business FAQs that we've used to actually build and roll out this product. All right? Let's talk about how we solve the same problem at List AM. We are listening to our customers, and we've heard that customers want to know who they are dealing with. We had an example where a customer was selling a BMW car, and they got a message from someone claiming that they are based in Hong Kong, they want to arrange a remote payment. Obviously, you can tell this was a scam. So we needed to do something with it, and we are happy to announce that now customers can identify with IMID and get a verified badge on their account, which will allow them to have the trust of transacting on List AM. And you can see our press release out here, how we announced the identity verification to our customers, and we broke back from customer needs. Let's talk about the next problem. The next problem is scaling and using data for scaling your product. It is especially important when you are in a scaling stage to really understand and measure your customer impact. And problems that teams are having is when they drown in data, they don't have a single source of truth, or they default decisions to loudest voice in the room, not the data. And please clap if any of these resonate with you. As you can see, SpongeBob is the loudest voice in the room, but the data is way back in the room. All right, how we can solve this problem? The thing is, with every product, it's very easy to get lost in data, and you need to always look at the entire picture first before you go into the detail. So we use this so-called page zero for any product we have. We start with a high-level 10,000 feet view where we represent what is happening to the product. And there are two things that are most important in creating your page zero. Is this going from input metrics to output metrics, and then going from totals to more details. So why are input metrics so important? When you have a goal, increase your revenue, you can only achieve that goal when you can influence input metrics that you can control. You cannot really control the revenue, but you can control what leads to revenue. So in this example, you can see the page views, clicks, click-through rate. Those are the things that your team can actually take action on, but then it will lead to higher revenue. The other principle is moving from totals to details. This helps you to understand what's going on overall, and then, so to say, peel the onion, so then you can understand the so what, and understand where exactly you need to take action. So in this example, you can see the total is broken by home page and product page, so you can look at those two and decide where exactly you need to take an action. Last but not the least, at Amazon, we need to move so fast because the new products are coming to market, and there is not much time to sit on your metrics. So we have this approach called, if you have 70% of the data, just move on with your decisions. You don't have to wait for that perfect moment when you have all data available. So 70% data principle persists in any case. Let's look at how we approach the data at List. We have a data warehouse approach where we consolidate all of our signals from customers in one place, and then we carefully analyze them, and most importantly, we surface them to customers so that they understand our marketplace. As you can see on these examples, customers are getting recommended ads when they browse for what they are looking for, and we are using our data intelligence to recommend relevant recommendations for our customers. In the other example, you can see the price history. What is so important in Armenia to have the transparency and be sure that you are paying a fair value for what you are buying. So the customer is using price history to understand the trajectory and make their shopping decision. Right, moving on to the next principle, crossing the product tipping point. The problems here are that people sometimes are saying, oh, I went to the market, I tested this product, but it didn't work. Or they say, I may be criticized, this is like a provocative product, I'm never going to try that. Or they say, oh, I went to the wrong customer segment, it didn't work. Please clap if any of those resonate with you. We have a steady room of supporters, I feel like. This right side can do more clapping, or maybe these problems don't resonate with you. All right, so as you can see, expectation doesn't always match with reality. How we approach this problem at Amazon, the trick is to ship a minimalist version of the product with bulletproof features that will provide great experience for early adopter, even a single customer. So it's not intuitive. We are talking about scaling a product, scaling it to millions of people, but we say we need to be successful for a single customer. That is the secret sauce. When you are going to the market with your first version of your product, it can be very minimalist, but it has to have the features that will provide the core value proposition and make the first customer happy. As an example, the Amazon One is a Palm identity service, which has been highly scrutinized. Customers have been saying, hey, why would I provide my personal body part data to Amazon? Why would I ever do that? So the way to approach this is to find your early adopters, provide that service in a way that they will be happy with, and that will create word of mouth, and that will provide you with product-led growth. So product-led growth is the mindset that we have at List AM as well. How we go into the new directions that we have never been in, where our customers have never been in. The thing that we have introduced, we are providing direct shopping experience now to our customers, and this is something that customers have never had before. They would usually they would just message their seller, or they would call the seller, and it would take so many calls and messages to arrange a deal. Now we offer to customers a direct purchase experience. They can buy with delivery, and they can get the item delivered to them in Yerevan within just a few hours. So the way we handle this is the first ever time we provide this service, and we make it so minimalist. It's just like simple, and it's a few clicks it takes to customers. Maybe it doesn't have all of the features of what customers are used to in shopping online, but it does the job. And then what we do after that, we iterate, we pivot, we change, we listen to customer feedback, and so it's an ongoing journey when we enrich and make our product better. Right? Moving on to the next practice. Here we will talk about teams. When you are growing your product, your team is growing as well. And imagine you have a team of great, talented people. Each of them knows what needs to be done. In Armenia is especially prevalent. In Armenia, every single person is a leader, and they know what to do. And so how do you even herd this crowd of A players? It's not easy, as you can see on this picture, the cowboy trying to herd cats. So the way we approach that at Amazon, let's do a round of clap again. Let's see if we have new clappers there. No new clappers. The way we approach it at Amazon, we lead with values and mission rather than giving directions. As long as everyone in the room is aligned on the North Star, on the mission that we want to accomplish, things will start happening even when you don't notice them. So having common values, common leadership principles is core requirement for scaling a team. And then, once you have those values, you provide team with autonomy to make their own decisions. So it's a decentralized matrix team structure that allows everyone to lead the way while everyone is going in the same direction. As an example of the Amazon family page, this is a page that we were very passionate about. We designed it, we explained what it means, why it matters for everyone. This is a page that will serve so many teams at Amazon, so many products. And we never expected that someone would actually go ahead and deliver it. And it actually happened when we didn't even have it on the roadmap. So this is actually the influencing without authority principle. In those teams where you have such a growth and scale, you will most likely not be able to supervise someone. You will need to influence without authority. At List AM, we are all bonded on a mission to become the ecosystem for Armenia's economy. And we always have a customer in the room. Our mascot, Blue Bear, is always sitting with us. And any decision we make, we need to look at the bear and make sure that the bear is happy. Because at the end of the day, what matters is not our ego, but what customer will say about the product that we are putting in front of them. And with that approach, we are really like putting the high bar on who we have with us because we are moving in a decentralized way. We are encouraging people to make their own decisions. So these people need to be A players and startuppers at core. Let's move on to the last approach, making two-way door decisions. So imagine you have that big team of A players, everyone can make a decision, everyone is aligned on the same mission, but what if these decisions are high-cost decisions? Let's say you have millions of customers, and if you increase the price for those customers, it's a high-risk decision. How can you allow this decision to happen without mitigating risks? The way we approach that at Amazon, okay, I think I'm moving a bit faster. These are the problems here. At a big company, it takes so many approvals to make a decision. Decisions become more risky, as I mentioned, and then there are so many bugs that happen due to decisions made. If anyone resonated with this, please give a round of clap. And just as an example, everyone would have seen in the news, Apple delayed the release of Siri AI feature, which speaks about the complexity to solve this problem. You can only imagine how many departments would need to align and come together to release Gen AI for Siri and make sure that customers are getting great experience. So now moving on to the Amazon approach, as I mentioned, we need to de-risk those decisions. And the way we do that is by splitting one-way door decisions into two-way doors. So a one-way door decision is the one that you cannot easily cancel out. It means that if you make this decision, you are not going to be able to cancel it. And I gave you the price increase example is a classic one. But the way to approach that is to break these big decisions into two-way doors that you can easily dial back. Even if you spend a little bit on it, you fail on it, but it's okay. You can still be okay. And so you break these big decisions into two-way doors, and then you allow your teams to just move on and make those decisions and gain speed. As you can see, an example how Apple is de-risking their decisions, they are launching a ChatGPT-like app to test revamped Siri. So this is one of the ways to kind of make it isolated, experiment, and then try it out and then scale. So how we make those two-way doors at List? I wanted to introduce you to an AI lady. Her name is Ripsime, and she is our moderator for our posts. And if you use our app, you would see that the post moderation became so much faster thanks to Ripsime. And it's a two-way door way for us to test how Ripsime is doing, and we can totally fire her, and we can hire a new AI lady. So those are the 5 practices I wanted to share with you that worked for me on the ground. And just to give a quick recap, we are all on the same, in the same boat of digitizing Armenia's economy, and it's just day one. The things are just getting started. There is so many things we need to accomplish together, and practices that I just shared with you are those things that we will apply, and you will see that work on at least as well. Just a quick contest. We know there's so many people in tech here in the room. You can find the bug on our list mobile app and send it to our email mentioned here. And first 3 people who find the bug will get a swag. It will be a nice one.
Armenak, thanks for sharing your experience
Thanks for
and all
having me
the
here.
luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.